Okay, and we're going to do these top two together, and that leaves these two on the bottom for you to do on your own. Everybody good with that? Okay, look at this first graph. How many parts do you see on this graph? There's two. Okay, there's no numbers on this graph, so you can't tell me like exactly like speed-wise what it's doing, but you can look based on the shape of the graph and tell me in general what's going on. First thing you need to tell me though is what type of graph is this? It's distance versus time. Very good. And once again, slope, remember, is y values over x values. Your y values are distances. Your x values are time. And so your slope represents either velocity or speed. Is everybody good with that? Yeah? Okay. Look at the red section. What is this object doing at first? Ooh, you can't say accelerating. It's moving fast, slow, what? Fast. How do you know it's fast? Because it's steep. Okay. So it's moving fast at first, away from whatever starting point we have. What happens right here at this kink? It turns around and starts coming back to the starting point, but faster or slower than it was? Slower. Okay, so it moves away fast and it comes back more slowly. That's basically all you can tell, because you can't give me actual speeds on this graph because there's no numbers. Okay, so let's write a description. Okay, so I said at first the object is moving away quickly, then the object changes direction and comes back more slowly. Again, I'm not giving actual speeds because there are no numbers on that particular graph. Okay, we're going to do the other one right beside it. First of all, guys, how many different parts do you see on this graph? 3? Okay, so here's one part. Here's a second part. Here's a third part. Okay, first question, what type of graph is it? Distance versus time. Good. What does the slope on this graph tell you? It tells you velocity or speed because your y values are distances and your x values are time. Okay. Can I calculate the speed in this first section? Yeah. It's basically, can I find the slope of the line in this first little section? Yes. This is easy because that's 0, 0. So the change in my y values is 50. The change in my x values is 1. And so that's a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. All right, what happens in the red interval? Yes, so at the beginning of the interval, the distance was 50. At the end of the interval, the distance was still 50. and that's a change of time of 2 hours. So that's 0 kilometers in 2 hours, which is 0. It's not moving. I'm running out of room. Okay. All right, what about the blue interval? At the end of the blue interval, I'm at a distance of 200 kilometers. At the beginning of the blue interval, I'm at a distance of 50 kilometers. That's change in y value of 150. At the end of the blue interval, I'm at 5 hours. At the beginning of the blue interval, I was at 3 hours. So that's 150 kilometers divided by 2 hours. Is everybody okay with that? And what's 150 divided by 2? 75. 75 kilometers per hour. Okay. Is everybody good with that? So you have, I've done 6 graphs with you. You have 2 to do on your own. Make sense? Sure, Miss Goff.